Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Sean, and today I have a product that I am really excited about. It is a trail camera. Now, I don't go hunting or anything, but I do live on some property and our dog goes crazy at night. I know we have raccoons, we have possum, I've seen some deer, and we have tons of coyotes. So, got this to try to see if maybe we can capture on film what it is that's driving him nuts, and maybe there's some things out there that we don't know about that would be good to know. Also, kind of curious if we have people trespassing across the back of our property, so a good way to find out. So again, this is the Elepaw trail camera. Features a 12 megapixel camera. It also has a screen, and we'll open it up and see, but it has like a little flip out. That way you can like leave it on the tree or wherever it is, check and see if anything's been recorded, pop out the memory, put in a new one, also lock it up so nobody can steal it. So, hey, let's not waste any more time. Let's open it up and check it out. All right, there it is. Like I said, has 12 megapixel camera, IPX54 waterproof, 2.4 inch LCD screen. It says 32 gigabytes SD, probably not included, but it would support up to a 32 gigabyte little micro SD or SD card, and 120 degree angled lens, which is pretty nice. A lot of the action cameras come with like 170, but then that just starts to distort the image. So hopefully the image quality is a little bit nicer on this one. And then also it's more refined and focused. Whoa, right off the bat, that is a thick instructional manual. Not quite what I was expecting. Hopefully just put in batteries and do that. So that's gonna take me some reading, but we'll get to that one later. And if it all works out, I'll kind of go and explain how to work this thing. Otherwise, it won't really matter. There's the unit itself. Nice and compact. Cool little camouflage design. Kind of like the real tree kind of stuff. Little flip out. There we go. So there's our screen, menu, all of the controls on the inside of this. And our batteries are going to be located down underneath. There you go. Whoa. So it's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 AA batteries. And then we also have on the bottom here the SD card slot, a USB out, and a switch that controls off, test, and on. So right now it's off, then there should be a center test, and then on. There we go. So yeah, what else comes with it? We also have, very nice, the USB to audio video cable out. Hook that up to a TV, I suppose. And then another kind of a mounting system. So it looks like there's a set of screws with the anchors. We have double wing nut with kind of not a ball joint necessarily, but just some kind of swivel on it. And a plate. So this would be if you wanted to put this on a plate, have this swivel up. There's threads on the bottom. Get it so it threads up, and then you can mount it just to, I mean, I guess you can mount it to a tree, or you can mount it outside your house or something. I don't know. Maybe you live in a log cabin in the woods and you're afraid of, I don't know. And is there anything else in the box? Yes, there is. Hidden behind the flaps. There we go. Whoa, another cable. This is a USB to USB. So another USB cable here. Hook it up to your computer and be able to view. And as well as the strap to go around a tree. There we go. So next thing to do is to, of course, throw some batteries in here, put an SD card in, take it outside, and mount it to a tree and see what we can get. All right, so I set this up and I've been trying it out for a couple days in a couple different locations. The that the first one didn't go so well, and so I thought maybe it was just the branches moving or something, so I moved it down into like a gully where there was a footpath that the coyotes typically go up into my neighbor's property. And again, you can see. So here's just one of the pictures that it took. Had to do it on a computer, so sorry about that, but not much to see. So I was kind of curious what's going on, so I read the instructions, which actually aren't that bad. It's broken up into several different languages, and it's actually very well written. But I realized that my interval timer was set to a minute. So after it detected something, it was going to take a minute before it started taking pictures. Of course, that gives an animal or a creature plenty of time to move out of the range or just walk by. I mean, you can go pretty far in a minute, especially if you're like a coyote or a dog or something running. So I reset it back up, and I even kind of baited the area a little bit, and this is what I got. Again, this is a recording of what's on my computer. The image quality is really nice, and there is some sound to it. So pretty well pleased with it capturing at least my cat going to sniff the bait that I set out. Now, it wasn't poisonous, it was just some leftover barbecue, hoping to attract some coyotes. So as you can see, it does work pretty well. The image quality is really good. It just takes a little bit of patience with it, and it does take a little bit of knowing where to set it up and just giving it time for the animals to go by, and of course making sure that your settings are done properly. So let's take a look now at the functionality and going through the menu options and what is available to you on this camera. So again, here is the camera. Nice compact size. You have your 3 sensors, and then you have your camera in the center, as well as the flash if need be, and the light for taking night shots. So when you open it up, you do have a slide on the bottom that you have for off, test, and then you're on. The test is going to be where you can change all of your functions as well as review what you have taken photos of. And then there is an alternative USB out. And the SD card slot, I'm using a micro SD card in a adapter, and that seems to work out just fine. So let's set it up to test mode first. And then you can go to menu, and you're going to have your mode, and you can choose between camera, photos, or a combination. Your photo size, you can change the megapixels. The max is going to be 12 megapixels, so why not leave it there? If you're going to catch something, well, let's get the best quality photo you can. The video size, picture number, and that's going to be in the burst how many pictures are going to be taking. So it goes 1, 2, or 3. And then your video length, you can set that to a lot of different options. I just set mine for 30 seconds, but it does go all the way up to 10 minutes. So after a minute, it goes 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's a long time for a video if you're just gonna kind of wanna see an animal going through, unless you have something really interesting going on. Then you have your interval. This is the one that I kind of messed up on. I thought it was the time in between pictures, so I set it for like a minute or between, and then I reread the directions. It's once the sensors are activated, how long will it, before it starts taking the pictures or video. So definitely want to set this to a shorter time frame. There's no reason to set it super high, but if that's what you want to do, you can do that. Then of course you can have the timestamp on the video if you want, time switch. You can set a password, so if somebody were to come by and try to mess with this, that they won't be able to access anything, as well as there is a little hole if you have a lock if you want to lock it. So they might take this whole thing, but they're not going to get much of the information out of it. Time lapse. The side PIR, those are for your side motion indicators. The last one I did just set for the front. I think when it was down in the gully, it was picking up a lot of the grass moving and stuff, so that was just triggering it. Flashlight, language, format, that's going to be for setting your memory card. Clock set, auto power off, volume record, volume play, and then your system. So that's it for that. So it's pretty easy to set up, and then once you slide this over, it'll start. Again, the battery packs here, I was only using the 4, but you can use 8 if you want to leave it out for an extended period of time and not check on it as frequently. It does seem to manage the batteries pretty well so far. I'm only, after a couple of days, just down 1/3, so I still have 2/3 of the original 4 batteries. So I mean, you extrapolate from that, this thing could last a long time, especially on 8 batteries. So yeah, there it is. Nice tree strap, the screw for the post, but there you go. So overall, I'm really pleased with this, and I'm gonna go set it back outside to see what I can get and wait a few more days. We're gonna be camping for a week, so since the house is gonna be kind of quiet, it'll be interesting to see if more of the coyotes or other animals get a little bit more brave and come closer. Hopefully I'll catch them on this. So if you found this helpful at all, please give it a good thumbs up. Remember to like and subscribe to find and see more of the stuff that I get around here. Maybe it interests you. And if you have any ideas or suggestions or comments that you want me to try out, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to check it out. And if I can, you know, I'll do a little review on those as well. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.